time, the mountain you
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you dare look in the best, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome, you ain't dance on.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Allen going to look to throw on the first play. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit. But it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Bills had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, tight.
To the air, Allen. And that will be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hall again on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, that carry just did something significant as well. It pushed him past Jerome Bettis on the NFL all-time rushing list. The bus had 13,662.
And not every carry you get in the NFL is going to be open field, right? A place you can make your cuts. You got to get some of those grimy yards, don't you? You got to go inside and run through people, just as Jerome Bettis did. That's what we've seen him do as well.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking out extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. And again, it's Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete.
It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Not 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. They'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start.
Alert, alert, alert.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bills have moved out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller able to drop him for a loss of a couple. To try again after the sack. Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the 1st. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. On play action, Allen. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Allen now looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Now Wilson on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Jets. From 21 yards away. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
56.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Ready, go!
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that
that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
This is caught. Touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This fielded right at the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen going deep for Diggs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Moore, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Now Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On first down, Allen nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come on, set. Ready?
Now a carry for Walton. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
61.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On second down now, Hooker, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
They'll run with Hall. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 4 yards out. And the Jets continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Alert!
Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through But in the meantime...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing on second and long. Allen. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On third and long, it's Allen. And my goodness, another interception. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Here's Walton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Are things looking much rosier for them here in week 2? They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10. They'll try the left side. Hooker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on third down. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Allen. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And it's caught. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. 56. Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Allen going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And now here is another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick.
The Bills say they have it, and they do. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jets, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers.